Good morning, guys. Cheers. Well, kind of a time to switch it up a little bit, I think. I think I would like to do a children's journal today. So let's go through the books that I have that are for children and see if we can get inspired. And I think part of it was I cut out this little sweetie pie. And this one too. This one's harder. So let's take a look. Cheers. I've had an upset stomach this morning. But I did water down some apple cider vinegar and laid down and started reading my Dean Koontz book. So we have all these stickers for a children's book. So I think that would be for once we get going with the pages and stuff. We still have our Christmas I Spy, and I bet I have just 1 or 2 pages left. This was a fabulous book. And I don't do Christmas books, but this still was a fabulous book. Just the colors, it was so jam-packed. Each page was so jam-packed that I just loved it. And it was a good size. It fit in everything. See what I mean? Each page is so jam-packed. I did cut out a little bit of this, but that is so. The colors that they picked, see the depth on it? You don't see it at first, but there's depth that goes into it. Then I got to use, some of these are a little spooky, I think. I'm a chicken though. But these aren't, isn't that so cool? That is so cool. And then I used up all these wintry kind of scenes. See, it doesn't really look Christmas, and the elements are excellent. And I used these cookies on the other side, and I used this because of the different things. And I usually don't like red and green, but this one, I used up one of those pages because they were double. Every time you opened a page, the elements were double. So then I used the other side of that. Oh, there, I only used a part of that. See, this is what I mean. It was double like that. Love that one. And that's it. I think that is it. That's all that's left on that one. That was a really good one. So obviously Finding Nemo is excellent. How they got it down into this small of a book, I don't know. I don't know if this is a signature or not. I didn't really look at that part. It's possibly partly a signature, but it's also glued like the other ones. See that? I didn't look it up to see if this was a valuable book again now. I still have that worry. So anyway, the issue with this one is it's wide. It's a wide book. So I would need a very large paper. And then we have our old Mother Hubbard. And we've done a few of these. We've ripped them apart. And the colors are super awesome in this one as well. You know what? I don't remember old Mother Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone. When she got there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. I remember hearing words of that, but I think it was quoted in a movie. I don't think I actually read it. So she went to the baker's to buy him some bread, but when she came back, the poor dog was dead. No way. Okay, so the dog was laughing. See, I definitely have not read this. All right, so as you know, this would be a rip out and a rebuild. The last time I did the whole story in the front, and then I put the journal pages in the back. I'm not sure if this is so much kids now. Do young kids read this, or is this more for our generation where we recall these old stories? I'm not sure. So these are just a couple of notebooks that I got for $2, remember? So these are the signatures to put in this next children's book. That's the size I'd like to do. Then I've got Frozen, the same scenario. I would take them out and rebuild them. Not sure that's the kind of children's book I'm thinking of doing today. I really like the art in this one. I really like it. As soon as I seen it, I really liked it. This again is a huge page. Huge. And I think I've taken out some just because I like the colors so much. Yeah. Nope, that one's still together. Yeah, I took this one out. This one's missing. It would be pretty hard to find a page that you can make as large as this one. It's very pretty. Aren't those leaves so pretty? So nice. Nicely designed. Nice artwork. Look at how huge that is. That would definitely need to go into the page the way it is. So I don't think the ones that I removed are gonna be that noticeable if I redid the whole thing. But this is the largest book that I bought, and it's not gonna fit. I already can tell. I folded this. See how much smaller that is. See how much smaller that is. So when you look into it, the artwork goes right to the end of the page. So if I tried to fit it, I might get the main elements, but I'm missing the better artwork. I mean, the artwork's better than my page size. See, I would be missing all of this. And this is a square. I don't think it matters which way I fold it. I think it's the same. Yeah, so the only way this would work, and we didn't check and see if that was a signature or not. Yeah, maybe 2 signatures in there. Maybe 2. I really do want to do this story though. Yeah, I guess it is a signature. I can see that goes right through. The reason that makes a difference is we don't have to join the pages together in the center. But I think I would, yeah. How many pages do we have here? 1. This isn't together. This isn't together. That's the other thing is, unless we had it like this, we're going to lose one backside by joining it to another page. That would be hard to decide as well. Let's see. I even like the way that it goes into the next page like that. Yeah, look at how huge that is. Yeah, because I don't photocopy, I'd be losing one side if I didn't have the page flop. The only other thing is that if I joined them together and then I had the pages folded, so you unfold them to see the rest of, that's a possibility too. The only other way I can see, no, I can't do it. I was going to say to flip it up, work on flipping it up, but no, when we have it going this way, it has to stay this way. And if I can't figure out how to make it into a book, all of these different things will just become elements in another book. That's what's going to wind up probably happening, because unless I think of something. Oh, and I have Dr. Seuss. I haven't even done a Dr. Seuss before. Look at that yellow. Yellow and brown. And oh, look at those colors. That actually fits my size pretty good. My size would fit in there. And then, I better take a look at that before I break it up. So this is Words Around the World. I kind of like this one too because it's for very young children. And it's definitely a signature. That's cool with the fireworks. And I think I might have cut a piece out of this already for something else, but the pyramids are super cool. See, this is, are those on separate? Nope, they're on one. Maybe I only have one signature in here. So the only way these would go is if this is a center page, and then when you look at this one, you can't put any paper in between that. Yeah. I don't see how I'm going to do that either because they've joined the two pages together. That is definitely a tied-in signature though. You're so cute. So this would be the same thing. The signature would be the story, and then we would have to add the writing on another page. But I do like the book actually the way it is, so I'm not sure about that. Super Mario, I'm pretty sure I started this one. Pretty sure I took quite a few elements out of this one already. Yeah, it's cut up pretty good. So I don't think I have signatures. And even if I did, I think this has got too many pages. And I don't think they're running stories. They have little bits of information, so I don't think it has to be a running story. But I think this would actually make a nice, fun children's book because you can just take the elements out. Because of the way it's written, these little areas can just be taken out and plopped onto a page. You have to be a pretty big page too for some of these. Not sure how the size of a book I want to make right now, or a journal. See, these can all be separated. Well, this one kind of goes, this would be kind of cool to break this up and put them in a number of pages in a row. Look at, uh-oh, I'm going to lose pages because it goes all the way. So I didn't realize that we had Donkey Kong back in 1981. That's the start of it. So we go to 2000 over here. And then the way I do it, I'm going to lose all of these. And then I would be back to 2008. Double Dash, Meet Gold Mario. I think this one's okay to lose that one. These are more well known. And by using this one, I'm missing and gonna lose this page too. And Luigi is his top 10. So maybe what I would do is keep Luigi as his #1 top 10 friend and lose this one, because I think the interesting part is the earliest years. These early years are more interesting. But then again, I'm making this not for young people. I'm making it for people who remember that, the old back in the day. Yeah, this is very cool. These are all the top 10 friends. Now I get it. I didn't actually pay attention to that when I first got this. See, Pauline is #8 of the top 10. Look at those numbers. Are they ever cool? I don't even know what number that is. 40 with 3, 6, and 9 zeros. I do have really old electronics magazine as well. That would be really cool to compare the really old electronics with these new ones. So Bowser's, Mario's, oh, and then they go into the top enemies. Oh, I didn't know that. Donkey Kong is #2. Warriors, #3. Waluigi. I did not know that. Bowser Jr. So this is a really cool book, actually. And then you go into his movie, which I have not seen his movie. Oh, and then you get to do a quiz after studying all that. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, these are super cool elements. Very cool elements. I think this would actually make an excellent children's. Then you get into Pikachu, Pac-Man even. I'm just checking to make sure my signs, the sizes are gonna fit in the size of the page that I want to make. These sizes need to be a certain height and width for the pages that I want to make, or else I have to make them. Like, look at how cool that one looks. Oh, Legend of Zelda. I remember that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that is so cool. Yeah. Yep. I don't remember this Just Dance one over here. The word search. I cut out 6 over here, so that puzzle can't be used. So that's certainly a very colorful possibility. And then of course I just have the dogs again. And I've cut these out before. And some of these pages you can do in half for the journal. Some of them. Not all of them. Because they've used up the whole page. That's why when I did that other dog journal, I did the whole thing. The whole page wound up being in the journal. But they're again fitting in the right size. These are perfect sizes for a journal. Even still. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. And one of the kids' journals that I did with dogs, I said, I asked the question, how many dogs were inside? And then I had dogs on tags slid into pockets and everything just to be tricky. See, I am shaking. Not feeling great. Yeah, these are excellent, excellent sizes for putting in elements for a kid's journal. Look at this cutie one too. And then I have this one. This is How Do We Know? It's a really nice old book. I didn't check the value of it, and I already started cutting it out. So these are I guess perfect size as well. You lose one side, you have to decide which side do you want, because you lose one side. But the I don't like them when they're actually hunting. I don't like, this isn't bad, the bird has a berry in its mouth, but I don't like it when the birds have like a bug in its mouth. Actually, you know what? This is actually very, very perfect. I think I can pull some pieces out, and I like the kind of yellowish color. There's so many cool ideas on this one too. Oh yeah, I didn't figure this one out when I first seen it, why they were like that, and it's like showing their teeth. That's why all of their mouths are open, showing their teeth. This one's really cool. This one's really cool. See this one, it's got a mouse. I just get the weedy jeebies on that one. Does that look like that has a beak, a bird beak on it? Is that how they look? Oh, they switched it. What is wrong? Yeah, he's got hooves. Well, this must have been a fun book. I didn't think that's how they looked. I love animal tracks too. It's kind of cool to have the different seasons. And some of them are larger than others. I like that too. Yeah, I did use some of this, I remember now. Because these are awesome. This is definitely the kind of book you want, because you have the different sizes. This could be a cover. This could be a center page. This is my favorite color, so I took a slip of that off there. These are very cute, very cute. Yeah, these are really, really nice, really nice. And then it gets into how to grow things.
Oh, maybe it turned on the internet.
Oh?
Got lots of speed there.
Oh, okay.
This,
This might go into the,
how long is it?
yeah, this might go into the cookbook that one I want to do. Oh, and they've got wheel and levers. How wheels help. I want to see the levers actually. Oh, there's still wheels. Oh, this is an axle. Isn't that cool? This was a very good book. It explains things. That would be an excellent journal too, actually. Look at these levers. And then it just has the other ones here. This could make quite a few different journals, actually. And the pulley system. Pulleys on the sailboat. How to move a stone. Leverage. Well, that is cool too. I wonder what age range this would have been. Look at the different distances for the leverage. I remember trying that in school, I'm sure. Then using those terrible things that everybody fell off. My daughter had a bad fall on that. More wheels and levers being used. Even the fishing reel lever. I love fishing reels actually. It's a really cool element. Very cool. So I think this is the one. Oh, and I wanted to show you a couple of things not to buy. These are impossible to use in a journal. They're not the right size. The color is wrong. The only thing you can do is rip them out and potentially put them in various spaces. But that was an unfortunate purchase. I might just use it myself. And also this one too. This one was not a good buy for me. Unless I chop it up, I'm probably not going to use it. It's the same problem. The size is wrong for putting in a journal unless it's really big. And look at all the pages I have. Again, like I said, maybe I'll use it, but I don't think I'm going to be... It's going to be a real pain to try to get it into a journal. You can see I tried the Foley methods and it just didn't happen, so...
You want another coffee?
I think I'm good. I'm still good, yeah. Thank you anyways.
Looks like it come back on.
Oh, good. Okay.
Hopefully it stays.
Yeah. Thank you anyway, honey. This one too. This one was, I thought this would be excellent because it has some different sayings in it and stuff. But again, this is not a signature, so you have to put the pages in one at a time. It's just staying together with glue. Gotta watch out for which kind of books you pick up. So let's do this one because I think this one is going to be the easiest one, but we've got tons of ideas for next projects. And believe it or not, I will be using all of these in the task that I have at hand, which is to make all these journals and folders. I've got months and months to do it, so I'm not worried about it. So now let's get our new page and decide how many pages we want. I think 10 pages would be great for a signature. And then I think two signatures. Let's see what 10 looks like. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I always have a hard time pulling these out. Let's just take a look at this. I got 10, and when I fold them, when I fold 10, it's quite substantial paper actually. Wonder if we should do 2 signatures. That looks pretty poofy. Let's do 2 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 20 is good. This thing that gives you 200 pages for $5. That's an excellent deal. So I'm just gonna stick with these. Let's take these annoying things off. That's not my favorite way for books to be joined. You stay over here, sweetheart, before I cut ya. Get them lined up here. So we're just going to make a kid's journal, and we should be able to find a cover on that book and a back. We can do whatever we want on the inside. You can layer these elements from this book onto a masterboard if you want. I've got some masterboards done. You can take a look. There we go. Let me get this other one cut. You could see how I'm getting tons of what would I call that? Just small debris. That's because this is not super duper quality paper. It's sketchbook paper. It's called sketchbook paper. But if it was better quality paper, it would not have all those fibers falling all over. That's why I like I have to say it, that's why I like my cat's journal. My cat's journal would not have any of that when you cut it. It's really good quality paper. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to worry about coloring it or anything, actually, because this is an off-white, which is also what I like. I don't think that this is going to make any going concern on the color of these pages. Let's see, these pages are just, they look distressed because they're older, but because of the color of that, I think it's going to work great. So now we need an actual cover. And I should have a cardboard. Guess what? I should have a cardboard that will fit that I should use up. I've got a bubbly here. That would be a pretty good size. That's too small, I think. I only have one size of my And this would be a really good size, actually. If I had a whole one, that would be perfect. You could also, I suppose I could use that. So I got some more that are too small. I want a fairly good size of one. There's the other. Almost. I kind of like that size. How come we're just not getting any cookies, I guess. Yeah, I do not see another cookies. Oh, I got another lemon. I think that would be a good size. You could almost do 2 on that size. Maybe the puffs are very close, very close. I don't know what I did that made me catch up so much on my cardboard. I don't really have that many cardboards, it looks like. I like this size though. I think this is a good size. Glue. I've got glue on it because I glue on my cardboard. Yeah, I think this will work. Why don't we go with that? Yeah, why don't we go with this? Let's take one more look at our elements and make sure that's what we want. Yeah, that'll definitely work. Definitely work. Let's see about the large ones. Definitely work. Don't think I was gonna go that far. Yeah. Yep. That would be an awesome cover. Nice, very nice. Oh, that would be nice too. Okay, yeah, this is the right size. Okay, so what we're gonna do is make sure these fit, and they do. Oh, I gotta fold it. Let's fold it nicely. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're square. This is the cut side, so we'll keep that on that edge. So that's that, and then this goes on here, and we'll figure out our spine in a bit. Do I have this on this side? I think that works. I get a little bit more height going this way. And it does fit that. Okay, so let's cut this. Let's line them up a bit more. Yeah, I like it like that. But I need to bring it down a bit more. And I don't think I'm going to worry about putting any line paper. I like this paper. This paper will be fine, and it fits in there nicely now. Okay, can I get you straight, please? Hey. You gotta press this hand down. Almost. No, almost. Come on. This is a fairly new blade, so it should be alright. So this can be awesome for another one. Like I was saying, I was thinking of doing the flip up type. That might work. Save that for another day. Oops. I gotta put the cover over here. Now we have our page, and we're gonna go up this way on this. This way. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our spine. I want all of this, so I'm not going to change it. I want all of it. So we just need the right length here. That's just totally like it's meant to be, and this one's already got a fold. So you can choose your spine cover over width anywhere you want, and I think I'm going to want this on that side, so I'm going to make it a little bit longer than that. Let's turn it around so I can see what I'm doing and try to make my line straight with that. So that's one, and what we need for the spine is we need this thickness. Keeping in mind we're probably going to want to add a bunch of stuff into those, like pockets and stuff. I might put a masterboard in, maybe two, so I can put pockets in. So let's just get this. Can you see that? We're just lining it up. Oh, my hand is in the way. We're lining it up to get our width. This is not how people do it. You can see people measure, 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 measure. This is my way of measuring. So loosely held, that's how wide I need it, and then I can still add pockets and stuff like that, okay? So that tells me I'm going right around this one. That's wide. That's wide. I'm gonna go in a bit more. Somebody said they were working on a 1.5 inch spine, and wondering how many signatures. 1.5 inches. I think this isn't even a 1.5 inch. Yeah, this is a 1.5 inch spine. That is so wide in a book. That is wide, wide, wide. Okay, so that's that spine. Now I just need to cut this one. There we go. So what we can do before we put these together, you decide whichever way you want this one to go, is we can decorate these ahead of time, okay? Let's do that because we have these cool items here. I don't think I need to right now. So let's find our awesome cover, and we'll find out if we can cover the whole thing or not. Take a look. I definitely think this land and water has got to be in there. Look at that. People having a picnic. So when we put our page on there, I think I want to go right up to the top there. Yep. I don't know what I'm missing on the other side, but I do need this. I like the arch too. I'm going to try to take it right close to the end there. What am I losing? Ah! Picnic places, it says. Okay, so we can see where we're going on here. This part is going to get covered up from the spine. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Let's just put that right on there since that's what we're going to do anyway. And it's thick enough to cover our advertisements over here, which is great. I'm still sticking with this. I really, really like this brush. Oh, it got hard. I had it in water. Is it gonna stay hard? I had it in water, but maybe I should have had it in hot water. Let's see if I can soften this one. There you go. Get the glue all the way over, okay? Just get the glue to the end. Like I say, I would use this kind of glue or glue stick because you're using so much glue. Art glitter glue and Bear's glue is pretty expensive. It's expensive for me because I don't have a store to go to. If I want to get that glue again, I have to go to Kelowna, which is a round trip, a 5-hour drive for me. And then plus the craziness of driving in a big town. And then if I order it online, I have to ship it. And the shipping costs, because they're not light, is the same or even more than the project or than the glue. Okay, so let's put that on there. And let's let that dry. Let's just let that dry. And then we need another section for the back. We can find one. This looks super cool. Yeah, you look super cool for the back. Let me just make sure. Which way was which here? See, I'm gonna get confused. This is the way. So this is the way that it goes. They're not exactly square. I think that would be great on the back. Oh man, that's, I still love that. And I'm gonna lose part of this here, so what can I say? I'm losing it. Did I close it? Yes, I did close it. Might have to switch to another one. Okay, there we go. Let's get right to the end. Sometimes it's easier to pick these up when they're this size. Going right to the end. Remember, we can use the other glue for those corners if those corners don't want to stay down after. And it happens sometimes, or at least we're not emptying out. I buy them, the art glitter and the bears, I buy them, and I also buy the refills. Because it's definitely excellent glue. It's very worth it if you're going to do a lot of projects. and I used to use it a lot more, but since I've been having, let's get you out of the way. I don't know what, I don't know if they went up in price or we gotta get this reek to the top, Kate. And it would be much better if I wasn't shaking so much. And the glue does let you move it a little bit. This kind of glue. And that's why I suggested to people who were starting out, you may not want to buy the art glitter and the bears right away, because when you're first starting out, there's that hesitancy and you're not quite sure where you want a placement, and art glitter and bears, where you put it is where it's gonna stay. You don't get the wiggle room that you get with these other glues. Okay, so let's let that dry and let's do our spine. This one's a little bit longer. This is going to require a bit of a longer page. That is very nice right there. That is, you are very nicely sized. I think that's the one. Yeah. Yep. Yep, this is the one right here. You are perfect right there. I don't try to do that with the length, I'll do it after. We could flip it over if we wanted on the top. We've got lots of room here. We could flip over the top and the bottom. You don't have to. You don't have to. I'll flip it over a little bit, but this can go right back into the book after. So once I get going on this one, then my mind starts roaming around about how to use those other books into a journal. That's how it happens. I'm just gonna get it right to the edge. Okay. Lay it down. Got it on me. So I'm just choosing to have this design part on the outside. You can choose either or. You can choose to put this on the outside if you want. I tend to use, because of the way I do the boxes, I tend to have this on the inside. I'm used to seeing this on the inside. So this is where I would use the other glue. Oops. What happened here? How did I do that? Are you going to come out or not come out? I was doing a bunch yesterday, so I might not have... Oh, there you go. I was going to say I might not have closed it. It was just drying too fast on me, so I added some water because it was so hot here. It is so hot. Okay, and I'm gonna put this under my box weight to get that to stay nice and flat. And we're gonna go back to the other one. Oops, that one's wet. Just gonna make sure we don't have any glue remaining. Okay, so now we have our cover. We didn't have to worry about an up yet, but that's coming. So now we have our two covers, and I'm just gonna, that one seems like it's still drying a little bit. Okay, so let's just tear this. Remember, I don't worry about overlapping on these covers. These are fine with me to not be overlapped. If you feel like doing it, you can definitely do it. I didn't really feel like this one is that dry yet. And it's starting to wrinkle on me. It happens. It happens. Just cut it out and help it along on the other side. Actually, it needs to get straightened too. Let's just carry on here. Keep getting sharp blades when you're trying to do these, because otherwise it will tear it. And it's more about the angle than the strength that you're pulling it for these cuts. And that you don't want to, do you? Let's see if I can do it. Just leaning it against the cardboard. Shaky days, shaky days. All right, let's get this one trimmed. And now we have to decide on the inside. And what happens when I'm gonna use ones that have little bends and stuff, sometimes I like to put a stiffer part on the inside, which to me means a masterboard. So let's take a look here. So this is the front, and this is the back. How cool is that? Love it, love it, love it, love it. We're gonna have quite a bit of over here. Not sure I'm gonna want to trim that though, because, oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me I cut it wrong. Look at that, I put it in wrong. I actually put it, my paper's wrong. Do I have to do my flip up now? Do I have to do my flip up page now? We could. That's a little accident. And we actually have enough elements to cover over this again. This could just be the background. I was thinking about doing a flip up. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that, but in the meantime, let's put our masterboards on the back. I got these masterboards, and they are a little bit thicker. Some of them are thicker than others. This is a nice thickness. We could either do that, or we could add the other thick paper, like just the you know, when you get decorator paper and some of them are thicker than others. That's a possibility too. Like this one. This is a nice thick paper. I'm not gonna get two on there. I need two, unless I do two different ones. These are two thick papers. I don't seem to use these either. I've been kicking around for a while. Let's use these just to do it, okay? And I'm gonna switch glues here. So this is gonna be the inside of the cover. Looks like I've got more work to do on the cover because I messed up on my which way was up. I said I didn't have to worry about the up, and then I forgot that there is an up on the sizing of this, and I don't want to trim my papers anymore. I like the size they are. We can collage the front and add a bunch more elements, and it'll be tickety-boo. Okay, so let's just get that all done here. And we're adding a stiffer one just because we've got these folds on here, okay? And this has to be showing. This has to go down. And that'll just, you'd be surprised how little you need to make that cardboard stay stiffer. You don't need as much as you would think. I'm just putting that under the weight. Let's do this one. I think I might hot glue my spine on. Remember, I've given up on, oh yeah, that was the other idea too. I've given up on the double-sided tape. That tape lasted so long, and I don't think it's working anymore. I tried to use it all the time so that I would use it up, but the double-sided tape has a life expectancy, I think. And that's actually carpet tape that I was using. Okay. I'm not getting the ends, this edge is very good here. I'm gonna lift it up and pull it off. See how I'm not getting the edges? Actually, I think it's drying. It's drying already because it's so hot. Okay, so we want this side to be up. Flip it over and get. This is what I like about this one, is you do have a second to move it into place. So I wouldn't stick my nose up at that little Elmer's glue. I'm gonna put it under the weight. Grab our little flap. So remember, when we tie our signatures in, we can see this section here. So we need to give that a cover of some kind, and we probably still have something in here that we can use. Let's just take this section. We're only going to see this part. This is going to go over the outside of the page, okay? Come on. And because we went over on the edge, we don't have to go to the end on this. You guys have seen me do this quite a few times, I think. This is becoming old hat to my viewers, I think. Let me know if there's anything that you would do differently or that you've tried that works nicer on these. Okay, so I'm going to put my hot glue gun on. Try that instead. Uh-oh, I lost one. I was wondering if that was going to happen. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's take a look at some elements here while we're letting that dry. Letting that heat up. So this is our Super Kids journal. So I don't like spiders. I think these Oliphaunts are excellent. Let's just tear them out. And we're losing frogs, actually fish. But the giraffes and the Oliphaunts, this bear goes all the way across. Might have to save them for another time because that's too big for my page. And we can choose to not have a white border if we want, just to make it a little bit smaller. This would be excellent to add on if you had look at that, he's getting it. That's not what I want. But a cow and sheep and a horse, that looks good. I need to get some more glue sticks. Let's just been so hot, I have not been going out. I like the size of these ones here. I like the size of these ones. These birds are excellent. I'm going to get a little bit of a border. Like I said, the color of the new paper that I got is just perfect, so I'm not worried about that, about it blending in. Not getting that one. These squirrels are okay. Oh, the squirrel's tail is going into the other one. I might want to fussy cut that one later for another project. Look, he's gonna get the fish. And this snake has a fish in its mouth. Okay. I think we have to have the octopus. I think all kids like the octopuses. And then these pelicans. That's a pretty nice big fish there. I want to see what I'm ripping over here. So some of these are quite small and they've got their names on them and everything. I'm just going to do the squares if I can. Do I have more squares? Yes, I do. Ooh, those are the what is wrong. Oh, I wanted some of these Christmas elements. The wintry elements, I mean. And the tracks. That looks like corn. Oh, they're leaving food. That's so sweet of them. They're leaving food for the winter, for the chipmunks. Okay. And I like this one too. I like this little vignette here. Okay, so let's take a look at my hot glue. Should be hot. Oh yeah, I hope I don't burn myself. These should be dry. Let's take these off. A little bit thicker. You're a little bit thicker paper. I like to keep the long side in case I need that for another. Otherwise, I would just cut it straight across. I can feel the dampness of this glue. I must have put a lot of glue on it. Might have to wait and let it dry a bit. I don't recall putting that much glue on it. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and figure this out again. I've got that on the side, I know that. because it has to go this way, right? Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to add this. Thankfully, there's no up and down on this right now. So now we're going to add this here.
Well, that internet didn't last long.
Uh-oh. And then I didn't cut this long enough because I thought I was doing it on this side. But well, let's take a look. I just don't think this is... How would this work? Let's see if I do it this way. It does want to work this way. I guess I don't really have to trim it much. All I'm losing is part of the tree here and part of that. I guess I'll do it that way. So now we have to glue these on, and we're going to make sure that we don't go over the fold. See, this is the fold that's going to open it and close it. And if you can get that to train to open and close, the more better. Don't be all stiff. Usually these cardboards are pretty malleable. I want you to open and close without any problem. That's better. Looser. If it gets hard, it's going to pull really hard on my cover, and I don't want that. I want it just to open and close nicely. There you go. Okay. So we have an up here and we've got an up here. Let's try to get this on here. Got my thing pushed down. I'm gonna go really fast. Come on, come on. And we're gonna put this down. We're keeping it from the foldy edge, okay? So this is up, and that's up. This needs to be up, right? Obviously that's the way that's up. Oh, I didn't put the lid on this. Are you gonna work now? Because I forgot about you. Okay, let's do it again. I should trim this now while I can. See, it's just a little bit off here. Shake, shake, shake. Okay. Check the apps, check the app. Okay. Very quickly, okay? This is gonna dry real fast. We do not want to affect the fold. Yeah, we're far in from the fold, see? Let that dry for a second. I don't think I need this anymore. What we need to do is we need to tie them, and I'm just gonna have to decide, do I want, you know what, I'm gonna take some of the length off. Look at how tight that is on this side and on this side. Because I went and switched it the wrong way, I have to take some of the, I've got to remove some of this. to make that part fit a bit better. My mistake. Okay. Do this one. Getting hot, getting hot. So now, like I said, the paper is not the best quality. Hey, what happened here? It's my cutting that's not good. Just needing a little bit more attention. Oops. I think this one's okay. So for this, I'm going to leave it ripped like that, but I'll put an element right up there on that tip. Okay. When I'm putting the elements on, that will get repaired. So now we have to do our... Should I do 2 again, or... I wonder if I can, should I do 2 or 3? It's kind of going to be heavy. I think I should do 3. Okay, so let's get the center. Remember, we're measuring the center on our board. So that is 6.5, so we need to go 3 1/4. 3 1/4 is half, and then I think just an inch from the top and the bottom would be fine. So we're going to mark these. I'm going to puncture it. It's thick paper. So, oh, it's still so soft. Making it easier on me. I may not even put the elements on until I tie it in. Then I don't have to worry about my ups and downs. Okay. So now we need 2. We need 2 holes, and you gotta figure out here. Okay, so we want 1 on one side. And 1 on the other side. Kind of equidistant. I'm just going to try to stop and not push it all the way through. I don't think I need that big of a hole. So this is my middle. And then I got totally confused making that big box. Believe it or not, I stitched the cardboard together on that big box. Whoops, that got way too big. So we gotta get our fold in so we're not getting too close to the edge of the foldy part. Oh my god, I can't not push it all the way through. So let's see what I got for needles here, because I was using all my needles outside. This one might work. Depends on my string here. Actually, I have thinner ones. I don't think this is gonna go in there. But I did find these thinner ones. P. Marta Studio stamps. P. Marta Studio stamps. I think this one's thinner. Hemp cord from the dollar store. I think I love it for tying. Just don't know if I'm going to be able to get it in here. Your pretty small needles, because I literally lost my needle. Maybe this one. Luckily, you can find these big needles now at the dollar store. Got lucky. Let's leave that needle on and see if we can keep it going for both of them so I don't have to do that twice. Okay, so all we have to do is take one of our signatures. Get this. I think it was a good idea to do 3. So we're going to tie it on the inside, okay? I'm going to go in. I always do the back one first, I don't know why. Pull it back out this side. Come on. Take it through our hole. And this one. Come on, baby. I don't want to puncture another hole. Come on. Which one was it? This one? Alright, let's bring our tail through. Loosen it up a little bit so I can get some more of this. And let's go back into the center one again. I just need a little bit more of you. Come on. And we're going to go back into the center, right back into the center again, okay? Come on. There we go. Okay, so let's take lots through. Let's take a lot through so I don't have to rethread my needle. Okay, we're gonna pull this one. Pull this one. So that one's tight again. Pull this one. And then pull this one. And bring them all the way through there. Okay, so now I think I have enough to do the next. Just a little bit more. There we go. I've got to have enough now. Oh, I went the wrong way. All right. So, let's tighten this a little bit. I think it's not bad. Get a little twang on it. I'm literally sweating. I've got to end this video because it's so hot. Okay, so that's one, and that's the back one. I didn't straighten it out before I pushed it in, so let me just push that down a little bit. You should straighten it out before you tie it. I think it'll be all right. Just barely. Next time, straighten it out, Liz. Okay, so this is no problem with the up and downs because I didn't put a decoration in it. Let's line it up again. There we go. In the center. Out either side. All the way along. I don't want to lose that tail there. Get it through the hole. And then back out the middle. There we go. Now, before I tighten it, I'm gonna get it to go where I want it. And we're gonna tighten it up. Feel the twang. And tie it in. So now, look at how close we got on there. Now I just need to trim these a little bit. Let's take that back a little bit. Come on. Come on, come on. Get the angle right more than pulling hard, okay? Get the angle right. There you go. Now let's line this one up. So I have about 1/4 of an inch there. I guess this is okay to take this little bit off. Are you coming off? Yeah. Just a little bit more. Come on. Come on, I don't want to rip the paper. Oops, dropping things, getting tired. I notice that on my videos if I start dropping things. All right, how fun is that? We have a children's journal. And now all of these are gonna go all over, if it was up, inside the journal. You're gonna have these fun little elements inside the journal. Some of these can be reinforced and be a pocket on the outside. I think you get the gist of it, the picture. And we got to do a children's one. I'm gonna take a break, have my coffee, and I hope you like it. That's how easy it is to make a journal. And I'm telling you, this cardboard is 1000% better than the other cardboard. This is not gonna crack off like that hard cardboard that people are showing you to use. Don't do it. Use food cardboard. That's my take at it. Gotta go. Thanks for watching.